Hi, welcome to Third Eye Thursday here at Vision Quest Metaphysical Bookstore. My name is Dylan. I work here behind the counter in the office, running around, all that good stuff. You've heard that spiel before. Tonight we have a fun one for you. We have someone new. I need to stop looking at myself.
I'm looking at you.
Awesome. So tonight we have a new reader with us, literally just started with us. We have Greg.
Hi, everyone.
So, yeah, this will be a fun one. And we'll try not to be too weird. But I mean, it's
no
been a
guarantees.
fun hour.
Yeah, we've been hanging out. She's had coffee. I
know. We're totally ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
One day the video will actually show up on my phone so that I can do all the other work I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, no, that's part of the fun.
But we can let them know a little bit about what you do. So, what are some of your specialties?
Sure. I've been reading tarot since I was in my teens, which was a long time ago. And I've been doing that for decades, and then I also have some experience doing clairvoyant work as well as medical intuitive. I can do work with photos if people hand me a photo and say, hey, what about this person? As well as different healing modalities. For a long time I studied a lot of the Eastern religions and metaphysical systems, so being able to do chakra balancing as well as meditation and mantra work with people is something that I really love.
So that's really funny about the mantra.
It is, right?
Oh, that's really funny.
We were having a mantra conversation. That's kind of long and involved, so we'll just keep moving on. But trust us, this is a hilarious coincidence.
It is, and he never said anything when we were talking about it. He was like, "I'm gonna keep quiet. We're just gonna surprise her."
Yep.
And so for people, what days do you work?
Good. Well done.
Should have asked that earlier.
No, that's smart. I work Fridays and Sundays, so I'm here from 11 to
7.
Yes.
8? Okay.
7, 8 on Fridays, and then I'm here from open to close on Sundays.
10 to 5, yeah.
Yes.
On Sundays. So if you enjoy what you like tonight and want to come see him, you can come in at 3114 East Indian School Road. I was like, what's our address? We're in Phoenix. If you can't make it in, of course, he does phone readings as well.
That's true.
Do you do any of your healing stuff over the phone?
I can. I just started last week, so I haven't yet, but that can
just
be arranged.
As we get that working, just so you guys know, we can do those as well. Those you would call into the store at 480-949-1888. Please don't call right now. We just closed.
Right.
Because that's what happens. We close at 6 most of the days, except for Fridays we close at 8.
That's why I hang out longer on Fridays.
See, we got someone for you. We got someone here for you. But so, yeah, that's that. We can jump into some questions. Hello to everyone saying hi. Actually go back up. No, man, stop. Work phone. There we go. We have Christina saying, can you tell me if things will settle at work?
We can find out.
Let's
take a look.
Let's see what we got for you.
Let's see what we got. All right. How long have you been there? Can we ask our questions back?
We can try.
I'm kind of a Luddite, so we're gonna see what we can get.
If I see it, we'll see.
I would say that yes. I think things, and the question was, will things settle at work? Is that right? Yeah, I think things are going to definitely improve for you at work. I would lean into your compatriots there. If you have any allies there, people that you trust and that you work with, I think that they will be a beneficial influence for you at this time. And I think that you're going to leave behind some of the stuff that made you feel a little bananas during this time period. I also would say that part of that, though, is that you asserting yourself in positive ways. That's the piece that I would recommend as an action piece for you. Some of this stuff will happen on its own, but also go ahead and assert yourself, because you know what you're doing there, and your gifts there are valuable. That's what I would say.
Very cool. Because I forgot to say it right at the beginning, every other week, what we're starting to do is we want to give people the chance, if you're able to come in this weekend. What is this weekend? The 24th, 25th, 26th?
Sure.
Of August? We're going to say it's those
I think
days.
It is. I think she's right.
If you can come in the 24th, 25th, 26th of August, and you mention that you watched us on live, and you are buying candles, you get 20% off your candle purchase.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, right?
That's great.
And we got a lot of candles.
Yeah, I've been coming here for candles for years. When I was in college, I went to ASU, and I used to go to the Old Vision Fest.
I was like, you were probably like over in that location.
Oh, sure. Bring up my age. So yeah,
you've only been here 4 years. You're older than 4.
I am older than 4, significantly. Actually, I'm a very advanced 4-year-old.
That's what we go for now.
Yeah.
But we have glass 7-day candles. We have chime candles. We have pre-consecrated candles that are in glass 7-day form or in other forms.
Every color.
All colors.
We
have little candles that are like just the little, like, I would call them like, they're bigger than tea lights but shorter than 2-day candles. Votives, thank you.
Right.
They are
the
votives.
Tall ones are novenas.
Yes.
Right.
We have household, medium, we have all sorts of candles. So if you need a candle, trust me, we got the one you need. Boop-a-doop-boop. My phone's being weird. There we go.
It's not even Mercury retrograde anymore.
Oh, God.
We just give up during those times.
I have gone live twice this year. Twice.
That's not right.
On a Thursday, it has gone retrograde.
That's not right.
So I've had to go live. And I'm like, oh my God.
Forget it.
But I'm also going to say, if I mispronounce anyone's name, I'm really sorry. I have to say that a lot.
Yeah.
We have Katie saying, do you have any messages from my spirit guides? Thank you.
Oh, good.
Do you do mediumship, by the way?
No. You mean like from people from the beyond?
Yes.
I mean, I have. I wouldn't trust it.
But spirit guides are different.
Spirit guides are different for me. Very much so. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. What I would say is whatever you're trying to bring into fruition in your life, go for it. It's a good time for it. I would say that part of the thing is to you're going to have to burn through some of the old patterns, some of the things that traditionally have been in your way, but they've got your back. I mean, that's the great thing about the spirit guides. They're not going to not challenge you, but I don't think I think you're aware of that anyway. What I would do is make sure that you have a really clear vision of what it is that you want from your life at this point, right? And maybe write it down. Maybe let it be really concrete so that you can put it on your fridge. Yeah, you know what? Here's what I'm getting. Write this stuff down, or if you do any kind of visual art for yourself, draw it out, put it somehow on paper, and then put it up somewhere that you can see it regularly. Maybe your bathroom mirror, maybe your fridge, above your bed. I think they want you to have it in your sight. That's what I would say.
Very cool. The reason I ask about mediumship is the next question that came through. What about looking into how someone passed?
We can take a look.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll be honest with you. If I'm like, I don't have any idea, I'm not going to make something up because that's not fair to you, right?
Yeah. And if that does happen, please message us and we can get you with someone that can look
Hook
into
you
that
up with
for
the
you.
appropriate
Definitely.
person. So what's the question?
Someone asked, Marnie asked, I don't know why I said someone. Was my dad's death an accident or suicide?
Oh, wow.
That's why I was.
Okay, let's see what happens, huh? All right, let's take a look. I think you can rest assured from what I see here that it was not suicide. And I only say rest assured knowing, of course, that there's no rest assurance in the passing of a loved one that was sudden and unexpected. So do know that. From what I'm seeing, I don't believe it was suicide, and from what I'm getting, I don't believe it was suicide. Again, mediumship is not my forte, so I would recommend that you check this with someone who's for whom mediumship is their forte. But I don't think so. And I also want to say that I think that all the chaos that might have been in those final moments are definitely left behind. And I would also say that I think that his spirit is in a really clear place at this time. I think I think he's let go of some things that that he might have been carrying around with him for some time, but moving on into another realm, those aren't there anymore for him, and I think he's in a much better place, and I don't mean that in a sort of trite way. I just mean that in terms of his spiritual way. I think he's sort of aligned differently than he might have been before. But definitely call in, check it, just make sure, but that's my sense.
Okay. We have Canella saying,
Canella?
please read for me. So is there, I'm guessing, just a general message?
Sure.
I'm going to hop off screen real quick for 1 second.
Oh,
I
sure.
will be right back.
Abandon me, see what I care.
I know, right? While you look into
Canella.
that for Canella.
I love your name. All right, let's take just a general look, right, of where things are right now. I'm gonna throw some cards, and then we'll see where it goes. I think where things are right now is that you have the opportunity to, despite any difficulties that might be presenting themselves to you. Yeah, good. Sorry, I just want some more clarification. I think any difficulties that might be presenting themselves to you, you have the capacity to stay centered. You know, and I would pull on that. I would draw on that. Right now there are some things going on in your life where there, whether it be work or communication with some of the people in your life, yeah. So part of what's going on right now is that there's a bit of a conflict that doesn't originate from within you, but in terms of the people that you're around and or some of the work people that you're around, that those have to come into some kind of understanding with each other. Now you have the capacity to stay centered through that. There will be some disappointments. I think that you will end up, some people in your life are not going to behave in the way that you want them to. They may already be doing that. But that's okay. You can handle this, and you have the capacity for that. Now, all that to say, there's also some really good abundance coming your way as well in terms of how you're feeling about money, your resources. So that's a nice piece too, always. And in terms of dealing with some of the tricky parts of the emotional disappointments, you know, I would, if you do have some kind of connection to a higher power or to spirit guides or something, or your higher self, whatever that is and however that works for you, I would grab onto that. Grab onto that so that you can move through this time with grace and ease.
There you go.
That's how I would shake it out.
We have Lori asking,
Lori.
will my daughter be okay?
Will my daughter be okay? All right, Lori.
Also, is it raining?
I think it is raining.
Sorry, we just all of a sudden heard a whoosh go over and we're like, rain in Arizona?
It's such a blessing on the monsoon season. It's so glamorous and fantastic.
Normally, I love the rain.
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer through and through.
Are you?
Water, rain is my thing. This year, the storms have been like my worst enemy. And I don't know what's going on. But let's see what's going on. If Lori's daughter will be okay. Weird segue there, but we'll make it work.
I can't with you. Okay.
This is our first time actually
I have
meeting.
no idea who she is.
So that's what's so fun about this.
I think a couple things. I think your daughter is obviously going through some things. I mean, and I'm not just saying that from your question, like that's obvious, right? Yeah, you're a psychic. Just given the cards that I'm seeing, I think some of the things that your daughter is going through are old patterns, are old mental patterns, and they are also showing up in her physical life as well. And what I mean by that is that she's letting those mental patterns rule how she's organizing her life. Those mental patterns are not inescapable. They are something that she can move through quickly if she takes her hands off of her eyes and actually looks around. I think one of the things, you know, for you, yeah, good. Two things. One is that I think she's going to have some influence come into her life, or it might already be there, who's going to add a little bit of chaos to her life, which frankly probably isn't what she needs. What I would recommend for you in terms of how you deal with this is to be as gracious, to be as loving, to be as like big earth mama as you can in this situation, because she's going to need that as a counter for some of the chaos of whoever it is who's either in her life now or is coming into her life. I think that you're going to be a central piece. Yeah, she'll learn a lot. She'll learn a lot from the entire experience, and I think she'll be quote unquote better for it. It just might be one of those times where some hard work has to be done, and stay supportive of her, and provide opportunities for her where she can experience joy. I think that's the biggest thing. You do that, and it'll help her ride out whatever difficulties she's currently in and could be coming her way.
There you go. Eunice, hi. Told you that name was going to come up.
Eunice, you were talking about Eunice earlier. That's awesome.
Was.
Hi, Eunice.
Yes, I did talk about you because you're amazing.
Yeah.
But this is Greg. If you missed the introduction,
Hi.
She was saying if they've already been done. He just started with us. We
Yeah.
can let people know again what you kind of do.
Sure. So I just started here. I definitely read cards, clairvoyance, as well as, as I said earlier, I've studied Eastern traditions for a good period of time, and I do chakra balancing as well as mantra work and meditation, which I really think is deep business, as well as medical, intuitive. What else did we say? Photos?
Photo.
Give me a photo.
We can do photos. So that's why this works so well, is photos. You can connect.
Right.
I do want to make a quick point because I've seen a couple of comments. I do know that there's something going on with some of the comments right now. That is why I ran off screen, and I am getting that fixed as we speak. So thank you guys for your worry about that. It is being worked on right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Technical support is very helpful.
Yes, we'd like our technical support.
Because I'm useless.
But, and if you're enjoying what you hear tonight and you want to come in and see him for a reading.
Right, I'm here on Fridays from 11 to 7. And then on Sundays, I'm here from 10 when we open to close, which is 5. So
you're here till 5, we're here till 6.
Sometimes I'm here later. I don't really know. I just started. But yes, I'm here Fridays and Sundays, and please come in. And if you're not in the area, do call in, because I do phone readings as well.
Definitely. And if you need the prices of those, they are listed here on Facebook. If not, give us a call at the store, like we said, 480-949-1888. If you're able to come in person and get a reading, bring cash. It saves you $5. We love those things.
I didn't know that.
Also, if you can come in this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 24th, 25th, 26th, we decided on?
Yep, that's what we're saying.
And you say that you watched us on this video, and you're buying candles, you get 20% off. So, all sorts of fun things. And if you want to know what classes are coming up.
Sure.
Coming on this weekend. Coming up this weekend, I did a video of that on Monday, so you can go back and find that. It's just me. So there's those few things. We have January saying, hello, could I have a general end of summer read?
End of summer read for January.
I'm like, what do you consider end of summer?
I'm going to go with the end of August.
Okay, that works.
Okay. Let's see what we get, January. Eek. Prop problems. Okay. Ooh, how exciting. Look, I don't know you, and you're not sitting in front of me, but here's what I would say. If there is one of two things, if there's a love affair in your life, or several, who knows? If there's some love energy in your life, we could say love and sensuality energy in your life, enjoy it. Have a nice time. And it could also be if you do any creative endeavors, but I'm getting the sense that this is physical as well. You're going to have a great amount of energy in your life, a lot of fire, a lot of excitement. The nice thing is that for you, you're going to be able to balance it out. It's not things that's going to like set you on fire and just leave you in a heap somewhere. What I would be wary of towards the end of, I would say first week or two, maybe the second week of September, is don't let your own illusions get you down. Don't get caught up in your own craziness. And I'm not saying that pejoratively, like I have craziness. I don't know her, but I'm going to say she has craziness too. Like we've all got craziness, and the trick is not to get caught up in it, because it's like a sword without a point. it doesn't have any real power to go in and cause a wound. So don't bother with it. But as far as right now, I'd say you got a lot of mojo coming your way in terms of sexuality and creativity. So have a great time.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Have some fun.
End
it's
of summer
end
fun.
Of summer.
Yeah, make it count.
We have Rebecca saying.
Rebecca.
Relationship-wise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it. Got it. Okay. All right, Rebecca. I wonder if she's in a relationship.
I think then also saying, will I get the reply I want? But all it says is, I get the reply I want.
Okay, we'll work with it.
We'll work with it. God, that storm though, just vibrating. Yes, it was, will I get the reply I want?
Thanks, Rebecca.
No, I just scrolled down.
Oh, no, you scrolled down further. Okay, thanks, Dylan. Good work.
I can work this. I know what I'm doing 8 months later. Finally.
I would say, relationship-wise, with, I think whoever it is into you, right? I definitely think whoever it is into you. I think that you're in a really good place for this to happen. I think the trick is going to be whether or not you get in the way of it, right? Be careful of getting in the way, getting in your own way is what I would recommend. Because now look, if this does come to pass and you all come together, just know that's going to take you for a hell of a ride. It's going to be exciting. You're going to feel like everything's alive, and it might also feel a bit overwhelming and a bit too much. That's okay. That's the name of the game. If you want it to happen, get out of the way. That's what I would recommend. As far as you getting the reply that you want, I definitely think that the person's into you, and I think that the person's going to make a move towards you, and then the ball's in your court.
Sweet. We have Sherry saying, may I please get a reading on career path?
Oh, that's exciting. All right, let's check it out, Sherry. Is this how it's supposed to be done? This is my first time.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay. Just checking. I want to make sure it wasn't like, you're supposed to spend 20 minutes with each person.
No.
Got it.
We gotta try to go as quick as we can,
yeah.
Unfortunately. We wanna still give you information, obviously.
Career path for Sherry.
Yes. I think our background tech help hates me right now.
Really? That's exciting.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, let's see.
I'm only kidding about the hate part.
If you do any, never mind her. We need like a curtain. We could just draw an Emerald City curtain around her, and then like open it back up. Sherry's like, you know what? I want to know my future. Be quiet. So I would say that if you do any kind of technical work, but also involves some kind of creativity, if that is something that interests you, I would recommend going for that. And what I mean is, let's say technical work involving creativity, designer of some kind, graphic design perhaps. I would recommend that. I think you have a gift for it, and I think that I think it's a blessed thing. I think it's a thing in which you can move forward. Make sure that in this role, don't be afraid of being a bit of a rebel is the only word that comes to mind, but being a bit of someone who puts her ideas forward in this kind of industry. I would say something that matches your technical capacity and your creativity. Perhaps something. I mean, today's the age of the computer, right? But I would recommend something involving computer software and/or graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have another career question.
Ooh.
From Stacy saying, what is the next step in my career? So I don't know how different that is, but I feel like it's different.
It's different. Don't worry, I'm not just going to read those cards again. Could you imagine?
I mean,
I'd say that you should, no. That's unhelpful.
We've actually had it where like someone shuffled on camera and the exact same cards got pulled, and we're like, you saw it.
It's bananas. Some of this stuff is crazy. It still surprises me. Like, I've been doing all kinds of kooky shit for a long time, you know, and then I do this and go, oh my God, magic is real.
It is. It is
no
real.
No joke. Okay, Stacy, next steps in your career. Middle, lovely. Let's start there and see what we got. Okay. So, I could be wrong, certainly, but what I'm getting is that I sense that currently there's a feeling of stuckness. Currently there's a feeling of, or you'll be moving into a feeling of feeling trapped, of not feeling like you're being valued and honored. What you do with that from here is up to you. I would recommend that you have the knowledge for what you're doing. You have the knowledge if, I don't think you're going to be changing a job altogether. No, it really is about you moving forward and putting yourself forward because you have the power to do it. It's going to take you facing some of your own internal fears about yourself. It's going to force you to look at some of the tapes in yourself, right? And we've all got those tapes that just run on a loop. But grab the bull by the horns and move forward with it. Because you do know what you're doing. And I don't think you need to feel stuck just because you do. I'd say move forward, put yourself out there, let people know the depth of your understanding about your subject, and don't listen to your own stuff because you don't have to do that anymore.
We have Aaliyah saying, I would just like a general reading.
General reading, I love that. Let's see what we get. Let's give a little shuffle. Aaliyah. So I keep messing up our little tablecloth here. Sorry.
It's all okay.
Messing up the props. All right, we're gonna do this one more time, Aaliyah, and then we'll roll it. See what we got.
Yeah.
Okay, general reading, what's shaken right now? I would say that there are people around you at this particular time who, even if you don't know it, are not helping you out. In everyday parlance, I think there are people who are talking smack about you, and I think that you should be wary of them. I think keep your eyes open. You have the choice to move away from any people that are not adding to your life, right? If they're not adding to your life, they're taken away from your life. So they could be. They could be saying things about you, they could be saying things to you that are not helping you out. I'm not so sure about that, but I definitely think keep your eyes open with the people around you. And if those people are close to you, it might be time to send them down the river in the ways that you can. You know, like sometimes we have people in our lives, it's like, well, I'm stuck with that one. But be wary of your interaction with them. I think that naturally at your baseline, don't forget that you are loved and that if you do have some kind of spiritual practice, that whatever that power is in your life does love you and does provide great capacity of joy for you, and lean into that even while you're making decisions and you're editing. You're going to have to do some editing in your life, I think, and I would recommend that you hop on it because you don't need that in your life.
Well, and I find that funny that came up because our cards for today that Nicole pulled this morning, because we've been doing a daily tarot card pull, if you guys don't know, Monday through Friday at least, was the Tower and the Magician. She was just like, I need to pull 2 today. Mm-hmm. And that, like, very much so when I first saw it was like, people that don't need to be in your life anymore, the first thing I thought was like, people that don't need to be there anymore need to go away.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time to be doing she got, like, we've gotten the Judgment this week, we've gotten the Three of Wands, then this and the Magician. Everything right now is get rid of the things that are not benefiting you.
And there's a lot of astrological craziness going on right now too that I'm sure is adding.
We got
to
like
that.
5 planets still in retrograde.
Yeah, well, Mars is in retrograde, Saturn is in retrograde.
Mars just came out of it, Mars comes
is still
out of
in
it
like next week.
Yeah,
maybe?
like Monday, I think.
Thank heavens.
Jupiter just came out of it. That's the one that
Mercury
just came out. So we still have like Neptune, Saturn.
Oh, Neptune.
Pluto. Yes, Pluto's a planet in my book. Uranus.
Don't get
I
into
think. Yeah, we won't go there.
Just don't start it with the comments about Pluto. We're just gonna scroll through them. So.
No, I will fight no, I'm kidding. Okay. We have, if I mispronounce your name, I'm really sorry. See how I always, whenever I do that, I have a funny name that I'm like, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Char?
Okay.
Char?
How do we spell it?
C-H-A-R, Char?
Sure. Okay.
Hello, please read for me. So I guess
Sure.
another general reading.
We'll do a general one, Char. Let's just see what's in the air, right?
Right. I think he's gonna come to hate my table decoration.
No, I love the table decoration. I feel bad that I'm messing it up all the time.
It's okay. I usually mess it up somehow anyways.
We're just gonna do a basic spread here, see what we've got.
The Magician.
Showed up.
It'd be
It's
funny
went
if
all night. Okay, so what I would say is that right now, there's a lot of playfulness going on in your life. If you are involved in some kind of creative art, now is a great time. I would say that if you're involved in some kind of creative endeavor, go bananas with it. But there is a sort of playful sense in your life in general right now, and there's a possibility for that play. You have the ignition underneath it, so if you are putting your effort into something to bring something into being, it's gonna happen, which is really great. You have a really good ground for it, which isn't always the case. 2 things that I would look out for. Don't become bogged down in administrative mind, is what I would call it. It's that kind of brain where it's like, I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and I can't forget this, and I've got to do that, and put that down the ledger, and carry the 2, which is really important. Like, all those things are really great skills and good things to be able to do, but now is not the time for you for that. It's really about something generative, which is a different kind of understanding. So here's a good example. There are three particular gods coming out of the Hindu tradition, right? One of them is Brahma, and Brahma is the creator god, okay? There's Vishnu, who is often called the preserver, and there's Shiva, who is often called the destroyer, right? Brahma time is the time like, I've got ideas, I'm making things happen, right? Vishnu is, I am doing things, and I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's. I've got to keep this ball rolling, which is a bit of a game, right? And then there's Shiva time where it's like, I gotta pop this balloon. It's old, it's dirty.
Oh, that's the best thing.
So, but now you're in this generative phase. Be careful not to get bogged down in the administrative phase. And also, don't lie to yourself, is what I'd say, right? Don't fool yourself. Don't fall for your old tricks. That's the general thing that I get.
I think that is a great statement.
Right? Don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself.
I have that as a tattoo. No, I'm kidding.
Someone actually, I don't know where the comment is and if I'll get to it, but someone actually asked
about the tattoos.
Yeah, what was the story behind it?
Oh,
I don't know. Come in and see them.
Yeah, come in and see them because I'm gonna love you like this. So I have a few tattoos. The first one is this is a Magdalene rosary, so a rosary for Mary Magdalene. It's the first tattoo I ever got a number of years ago. This one is a spider. Because I love spiders and I work with spiders a lot. I think they're great. This one, and there's a long story here, but we don't have that kind of time.
Maybe I'll get him to tell me.
Yeah.
And if you really want to know the story, I'll type it up for you because I'm insane.
Yay! This one, this is a skull, and there's a raven on top of it, and there are flames, and that's for the goddess Kali from India, the beautiful dark goddess, and the head that she holds is your ego. So there
That's
you go.
funny. I had someone come in one time and asked me, or told me that looked at me and said, "Do you work with Lilith? Because I think
sure.
Lilith and Kali want you to work with them." And I'm like, "I work with them regularly, thank you."
Great.
And I do. I actually do. But it was just funny that they came in and then I said that and they were like, "You do what now?"
Right.
They were like, weren't expecting me to know who they were talking about.
They're my
like,
friends.
I love them.
Yeah.
What do they need me to do now?
Yeah, but, you know, I've been a goddess worshiper since I can remember, and the dark goddesses always just really.
I have a funny story to tell you about what I almost did when I was like 11. Then, after this, I'll remember to tell.
Sorry, people.
They don't get to hear it. See, your tattoos are so much more fun than mine. I have one that says "Today is the best day ever."
Okay.
Misspelled ever because I was 13 and couldn't get one at the time.
That's tough.
I have a heart on my ring finger to remember to always love myself first.
Ooh,
me first.
Nice. That's good.
And then the other two of the other three I have. Well, one is right here.
We can see this one.
It's my flowers because
nice.
I want to love that part of my body.
That's good.
And the other two are Harry Potter related. I have the Deathly Hallows behind my ear, and I have my Luna wand on my finger.
Shut up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
See, mine are so silly.
No, they're great though. They have meaning for you.
They do.
That's all that matters.
But that's a fun, just little, hi, we have tattoos.
Hi, we have tattoos. I'm hoping to be a circus freak when things don't work out for me anymore.
Right? Well, you already do the readings. You have the tattoos. You're halfway there.
Ringling Brothers closed down now. They shut down.
Oh,
so
true.
That's okay. They did bad things to animals.
They did. We have Sherry saying, "I'm checking to see if my love life will start to exist in the near future."
Oh, nice. Okay.
That is very specific.
That's great. I love specific questions, Sherry. And let's say I'm gonna put a thing on it of 6 months. Let's just say that, right? That might not be as near as you like, but that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't give us like set dates, we're gonna pick what just feels right to us.
Love life.
Woohoo.
Okay, let's do it this way. Oh. Great.
I was gonna be like, there you go.
And good night. It's really great when readings work out like this. So I think emotionally that you're ready for it, you know, and I'm not just saying that from your question. Sorry. You know, sometimes the cards just reflect what you're already in. You know, that there's also a sense, you know, the short answer is yes. Okay, let's start there. Short answer is yes. There are going to be things kicking into gear in your love life. It seems to me like you've done some personal work. I'd say in the last year on yourself and kind of balancing some things out, which is fantastic, and that allows for this to move forward now. I think something to be careful of as you go forward with any kind of love life opportunities. Don't let your own ideas of what it's supposed to be block you from what it actually can be. Okay? I hope that makes sense. And I would say, yeah, I think in the next 6 months, something's going to come your way. And I think it's going to be something, it's going to be an enjoyable time. It's going to be a nice match. Yeah, lucky you and lucky me that I get to tell you this, right?
Right?
So carry on and just don't let your expectations and your projections get in the way of what's actually happening, because I think it'll be actually much richer than what you can imagine.
There you go. We have Jody saying general reading.
General reading.
Please and thank you.
Of course.
I mean, since you said please and thank you.
We can't deny you. Who could deny manners?
Right.
A dying art.
Because my phone is working a little bit, I did scroll down a little bit, and Eunice messaged me about the getting the discount out of state, and I will talk with the manager tomorrow about it. That one I don't know for sure. So message me about that, and I will talk to the manager.
This is general, right?
Yes, this is general for Jody. This was just a little side thing that I saw. Sorry. So I sometimes like to fill the space, and so it's talking about other random stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good. That one comes up a lot tonight. I think that I think you have the opportunity at this time to bring some of your dreams into fruition. But what I mean by dreams are very grounded things, a vision of your life, a type of life. I would say, I would relate it to your home. Whether that's somehow remodeling your home, maybe getting a new home, or just kind of making it the space that you want to make it. There's abundance for you in that particular area of your life. It's something that you need to tend, right? This is a fire you need to tend. You can't just light it and walk away. That's something that is continuing. I think too that there's also some energy in your life about other people in terms of friendships, in terms of those with whom you cooperate on a regular basis or work with, and they're there for you, which is really nice. Again, it seems to be a theme of the evening, and I know that you've all seen me shuffle these cards, not like a Vegas dealer, because I've been to Vegas and it's not for me. But this card keeps coming up. I actually want more information on it. Yeah, that one again too. So, theme of the evening, don't get in your way. Don't, at this particular time in your life, with the things that you want, don't get in your way and look, if you do fall into some of your old dramas, which, no shade, we all do that, right? Know that you can get out of it really quickly. Know that you don't have to wallow in the mud. There's no need. It's dirty, right? No need to ruin our clothes. Just move through that if you find yourself falling into those patterns. Okay? Thanks, Jody. Since you said thank you.
Right. We have Tracy saying, could you tell me if the energy I'm feeling is my brother?
Oh.
I'm second guessing myself.
Okay. I'm imagining the brother's no longer with you, at least in this world. I'm going to check it with some cards, just so I don't perjure myself, but I imagine, I think I'm getting that it is, but let's do a little bit of a backup check, right? We'll do one more. I can't do
that.
This
actually kind of helps with the idea of they don't need to use cards. Cards are just a way, even for like me, for people that have been doing it longer than I have. It's sometimes just a way to make sure we are thinking, like getting what we're actually getting. Right? Because we don't want to put any influence on the answers. And so it's just double checking, or sometimes if it's like a general reading, we get so much information that we need that to sort out what the heck we're supposed to tell you first.
And if you're here in person, it can also be a grounding influence for you, so the images might speak to you as well.
That was just a random little...
But for you, I definitely think it's your brother. I definitely think that you're on it. And I think that I think that having his presence around you is doing good things for you, and I think it's doing good things for him too. Yeah. Okay.
We have Joe asking, how is my new relationship going to work out?
Ooh, this is the good stuff. All right,
let's get in there.
Let's see what happens. Joe, is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one, all night.
So definitely the theme for tonight is stop getting in your own way. If you're feeling something, do it.
I think with your what she said. I think that with your new relationship, I think that there's a great possibility for play and for freedom, and I think that there's just an outpouring of feeling around this, and it's all like the juicy feelings. It's the rainbows and the happy waves and that kind of thing, which is great. That's really exciting. I think that in terms of working out, right? I would definitely say so. And I think, I don't know at what stage you are in this relationship, but I think it could be moving into making some kind of a life together. And look, I'm not saying like you're moving in tomorrow or anything like that, but you will be creating something together in terms of how you two live your lives. Now, as the lovely Dylan mentioned, don't let your own foolishness get in the way. And again, that's not pejorative. We've all got foolishness. And when you feel it come up, what's really great is that it's not that big a deal that you've got to roll around in it. You can just like skip on by. I don't need this. Bye. I'm going to go have fun, because you're at that point in this relationship. And I also see that in the life you'll be forming together, there's going to be a lot of pleasure, which could be in all kinds of ways. So yay, enjoy that.
I'm very much enjoying these answers tonight.
There's nothing wrong with pleasure. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
Please don't let them tell you differently. And pleasure can mean so many different
Oh
things.
my God, do you know how much pleasure I get? I sit at home and read Proust. That's pleasurable for me.
That
But
sounds amazing.
oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I
That
just-
shows how much of a dork I am.
Yeah,
I was like,
nerds
yes.
on parade. Yes, Proust
Please.
and food and
Oh my God.
we were talking about food earlier, so we're
Yeah.
it's the thing.
Yeah, food.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Starbucks thing is a thing here. One person
Are you
actually
a
said,
Starbucks
like,
fan?
"Oh, I saw you get your coffee, and I thought you weren't hydrated." And you're like,
Haha.
I stay hydrated,
Yeah,
man. Trust me.
you've got to in the desert.
Even when it's raining outside.
Yes, so true.
We have Jacqueline asking,
Jacqueline.
"Do I have a special ability?"
I wonder if Jacqueline knows whether or not she does.
I mean, I would assume that's why she's asking.
Well, she might, you never know.
I know, but
Hmm.
ooh, is that thunder?
I think it might have been.
So if you're driving, first of all, why are you watching? Second of all, be careful if you live in Phoenix and you're driving right now. Apparently, it's raining.
If you're driving and watching this, stop it.
Stop. I don't care if that means stop watching or stop driving. Just don't do them at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, special ability. I would say your intuition is strong, and go with it. Go with that feeling. You actually have this ability to. Okay, so when you feel an energetic thing happen around you, you have the ability to go with it, which is really great. It can also hijack you, right? So you got to learn how to mold it, how to work with it. Otherwise, it can become kind of explosive and can feel overwhelming. Yeah, I would say that your intuition is strong. It can do a lot of things for you, and the trick is balance.
Cool. We have this will lend to the medically intuitive side. We have Misty saying an abnormality was found on my mammogram. Is it serious? So we're gonna get into the heavy. We're gonna get into the heavy stuff real quick. That's what I was gonna say when that started.
Right. Okay. We're gonna do 3 shuffles on this. I'm sorry, what's the name again?
Misty.
Misty, thank you. Sorry about that, Misty. My biggest thing for you is, I think, yeah, look, whatever it is going to throw you for a loop. It already has. You don't need a psychic to tell you that. That's obvious. Make sure in this process that you do all your homework with it, right? And some of the homework might be contacting someone like me, but also like go do your medicine homework with this. Get whatever testing you need to do. Make sure that you are getting all the information that you need. I think that there's a lot of energy here that is positive, right, in the reading, and I think it is an abnormality and it does need to be tended to. I don't think you need to rend your garments over it, but I do think that you need to be wise with it, right? Just be wise. Cross all your T's, dot all your I's in whatever ways that are suggested to you by your folks. It is going to throw you for a loop, and you are going to be freaked out a little bit, and that's completely expected. And know that you have really good energetic support around you from whatever it is you believe in, which is really nice. I am not overly concerned, but again, do your footwork.
And then to protect us on our legal side, please consult your medical everything about it. Yes, we can look into it, but
We
with
believe in
stuff
all
like
this, but
this,
go to your doctor.
Go to your doctor. Right? They will be the ones to tell you what steps to take, no matter what it is, whether it's serious or not. It doesn't matter. Please go and seek professional advice on that as well. Because yes, we can look into it, but they will be able to 100% give you these answers.
You know, and I always think of
that's just me covering our legal basis.
No, and that's just wise decision making. Look, I always think of readings like if for those of you who've ever watched or read Dickens' Christmas Carol, right? There's the moment at the end where Ebenezer is there, and there's his gravestone, and the lightning flashes, and he's there with the ghost of Christmas future, and he sees his name, right? And he says, this is a paraphrase, but he says, are these things written forever? Can I wipe away the name on that from that stone? The answer is things change, right? These are all things of how they look now, and you do have ages, and you certainly do have some agency in your life, and it's important to take advantage of the things that luckily we're able to take advantage of. There's a smiley face.
Yes, there is. So I did what I did last week as well. I was going straight down until we got about 10 minutes left. I jumped down to the end. Because of some of the issues we had with comments tonight, I have also missed a lot of other questions because I'll explain.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at you for something different.
Okay.
I'm tired of looking at myself.
Okay. Well, I understand.
Oh, sure.
I also, unfortunately, missed a lot of questions because they were mixed in with some of the other comment issues we were having. So I have jumped down to the end as well. So we only have a few minutes left tonight. We will get through as many more questions as we can. So just so you are aware of that happening, I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, let us know what is on your mind.
We have Kim saying, I'm at a fork in the road. Mm-hmm. What do you see for me in the future?
Okay. I too am going to give you 6 months in terms of the time period that we're looking at. That sounds terrible. Okay, let's see what we've got, right? You know what? I think with this fork in the road, what I would do is I would follow the thing that gives you the most joy or that gives you the most pleasure, and that's going to put you in the place where you will be the most supported in your life. Whether that's with people, I don't necessarily believe that's a career thing, but I would pay attention to the people in your life and what gives you joy. You know, there are some others in your life who are not supporting you, and perhaps, or there are things in yourself that are coming up because of this fork in the road. Never mind those things. Enough is enough, right? Look to the people around you, and I think you're going to be in a really good place with the decisions that you make. Again, listen to joy and go where the love is. I think that's the big message for your reading.
Yes. Very nice. Floor, will there be any positive changes coming my way in love or in general?
Love or in general?
So it's kind of both,
yeah,
but
sure.
like anything coming.
Right. Please let something nice happen to me, right? All right, Florida, let's see what we've got. Notice I'm doing this off the sheet now so I don't mess it up.
You're like, I've learned.
Yes. Yes. Next? No. So I would say yes. I do think there's a lot of energy in your life right now, and there's a lot of energy to manifest what it is that you want, the kind of life that you want. I do think I do think that you have enough life experience and life knowledge, both in love and in general, that you're able to move forward with discernment, which is a great gift. I think you will have some positive things coming your way. Definitely. I just want to check one thing. Yes, in love. So I do think that in relationships, some positive things are going to be coming your way. You might feel like you have an overabundance, which would be fun. I would also say with that, discernment. You know, just just make wise choices. You know how to make them, and use your experience to guide you. Yeah.
There you go. We have Laura saying, my current relationship, are we heading towards the next level?
Okay.
I'm like, I want to know what the next level
I
is.
know, I'm really curious.
Because, I mean, current relationship.
Does that
can
mean
mean
like
a lot
second
of
date?
things.
No.
Right. Second date, first base. What are we talking here?
First base, I can't with you. You know, it's getting late in the hour where we start busting out the old bases. Do people still talk like that? This is for Laura?
Yes. I do, apparently. Oh, man. Why do they let me on here anymore?
I think that in order to move to the next point, and this might be both of you, or it might be just you, what I'm about to say, is that there, let me just check it, hold up. I think that there are some things to get over, right, in the relationship. I think that it will take the ability to focus, the ability to build on the past that the two of you have created, however long that past may be, and if you want it, the two of you are going to have to create it together, right? That this is a joint effort. And this will be some work. It won't be unpleasurable at all, and you have the facility for it, and it can lead to a sense of contentment and unity within you. I think the thing is, if there's any old resentments, if there's any old sort of glitches or things that y'all aren't talking about, I think that in order to move forward, you need to focus your energy towards each other and towards what it is that you want from each other, and be open about it. Be really, really clear, so that you can move to the next phase, because it's definitely possible with a little bit of work. Yeah.
There you go. We have Robin asking, may I have a general reading?
Of course you may. I love all these like may I's and pleases.
They're
and
so
thank
nice.
you. It's so lovely. You got it, Robin. Eek. Oh well, we'll just stack those. It's fine.
We'll try that again.
Yeah, and reset. Yes. General.
I was like, that was quick.
Right.
It's like this one.
Some general things. I suspect that you are carrying around some things, that you're carrying around some things that are old business. You're carrying around some things that are heavy, and that could make you feel led around by the nose, almost like you're hijacked by certain things in your life. I would say by past things. Now, what kind of conflicts this? If you are in a romantic relationship, or new love coming your way, that's gonna kind of jump you out of this, oh, I've got all this stuff going on, right? I would also say that there's a chaotic internal energy in your life, and that's okay. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. It's crazy making, but it's not a judgment thing. That's all of us. So what I would say is that you have the capacity to take all of your experience right now, and to take the things that you're feeling right now inside, and to actually make something out of them, right? One of my teachers that I know, he used to say that Dharma is how we make meaning of our experience, right? We have to make meaning out of our experience, and if some of your experience has been heavy, if some of your experience has been heavy in love, if some of your experience has been heavy in relationship, and you're feeling a chaotic sense right now, how do you put it in perspective? Maybe that's through making art. Maybe that's through journaling. Maybe that's through going to a psychic and what have you. Maybe it's if you see a therapist. Maybe you do that. Maybe you talk to your friends. right? So I think that the trick right now is to know what you're carrying and also to know how to work with it and through it. Robert Frost, great poet laureate of the United States, the best way out is through.
There you go. Unfortunately, that was all we had time for questions tonight. A lot of people I do see, I am really sorry about the comments issue that we've had tonight. I will talk with this lovely person here, and I will talk with the manager to see if there is something we can do, maybe a video here in the next couple days, just to try to get back on and answer some more questions, because a lot did get lost kind of in translation tonight. So look out for an update on that here. Probably like tomorrow is when I'll have a time to sit down and talk about that. But thank you guys for
so much.
Pushing through, being here with us tonight. If you enjoyed what you heard, you want to expand upon it, ask more questions, you can come in and see.
Fridays and Sundays. Sorry, I work Fridays and Sundays. My name is Greg. I'd love
11 to 7 on Fridays and 10 to 5 on Sundays. You can come in person. In person, we start at 30-minute readings. If you bring cash, it's $5 cheaper. I have the price range with the time on Facebook. And we are at 3114 East Indian School Road. We're over in Phoenix. If you can't make it in, please call in. Excuse me, I can breathe and talk. Call in at 480-949-1888 and schedule a phone reading. Those, please don't call right now. We're closed. Call tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we will have someone here to answer that for you. Also, if you can come in over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 24th, 25th, and 26th, and you mentioned that you watched us on live and you're buying candles, you get 20% off your purchase. Eunice, please message me to make sure that I talk to the manager tomorrow about how we can do that possibly for people out of state as well. So thank you guys so much for being with us. Thank you for putting up with the drama in the comments tonight, and we will see what we can do again next time. Bye.
Have a great